تايم بيقول التعليم مفهوش ملل، حط نفسك مكاني هتفقد الامل. ملينا المدرسة ونظام صب وكب، شرح طول الوقت عمل لنا دروب. يا استاذنا عقلي مش سبونج بوب، يشرب المعلومة وبعديها يكب. هنا في نوسكول طلعنا مدروب، لعب مرح تفاعلات هتعجبك يا بوب.
نوسكول أكاديمي. Simply learn different.
Hello everyone, welcome to Nowschool Academy. This is our fourth session together. Today we're going to take Unit 4, the grammar part of it. So let's going to be started together. Okay, as you know that we have a certain agenda to fulfill by the end of the session. So our objectives for today is to analyze a text contains, to differentiate between the meaning of too much, too many, and a lot of. Let's see the difference in meaning between these three words. And to analyze the text also contains will and be going to, or what we call the future simple tense. So let's get started together, but before this, please be prepared with all your tools, your sticky notes, your colorful pens and pencils, your dictionary, your English notebook, your school book, and a laptop, mobile, or tablet just to scan the code that you're going to play games through it, okay? Also separate yourself from any kind of distraction beside you. And our keywords for this session are going to be, as I just mentioned from a while, countable nouns, uncountable nouns, too much, too many, not enough, a lot of, will, and be going to, or what we call the future simple tense. I've just asked you if you remember in the last session to be prepared. Okay, have you done this, please? Tell me in the comments, are you prepared with me? Why? Okay, let's see this. It's supposed to be done, but I love you all, so please don't get me shocked. I know that you are super excellent students, so let's start together and see what are we going to do. Of course, you know that at the very beginning of each session, we have a pre-quiz. If you know the questions in the pre-quiz, so you're super. If you don't know, never mind, you're also super students. Delay it or postpone it to the end of the session and redo it again. But please, for now, pause the video, go down to the links below, or just scan the QR code, play this game, and be back soon as I'm waiting for you here. Hey everyone, are you there? Where are you? Just come back to me so soon. I'm waiting. Yeah, great. We're super great. I've just followed your scores and performance. It was super outstanding. Let's get started seriously and see what we are going to talk about. First of all, I'm going to tell you what's the difference between countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Of course, when we say countable nouns, so the nouns that we can count are countable. And the nouns that we cannot count are uncountable nouns. For example, 1 book, 2 books, 10 books. But can we say 1 water, 2 waters, 10 waters? Of course no. So it's clear, as Tom is saying to you. Clear? Tell me. Yeah, great. Okay. When we talk about this, we use some quantifiers. When we mention the countable nouns and uncountable nouns, we express them using some quantifiers. What are the quantifiers? We have here in this session too many, too much, and not enough. Let's talk firstly about too many. We use too many with countable nouns. We never ever mention many with an uncountable noun, okay? For example, too many books, too many desks, too many chairs, too many boys. But we can't say too many water because we can't say too many waters. Okay, water is an uncountable noun. You got the meaning now? Okay, let's see this in detail. So when we are talking about something which is countable, we use the quantifier too many before it. And too many means something exceeds the normal quantity that we need, okay? Something more than what we need. Okay guys, let's see the examples that emphasizes the meaning of too many. Here is a sentence that says, I have too many CDs. So for example, here I mean that I don't have enough place or a space to put such CDs. They are exceeding the space or the place that I specified for putting the CDs. There are too many people, so the room is so small to be enough for the number of people inside it, and so. And we have here more examples to emphasize the meaning, but just I want you to get the meaning from fewer examples that I've just mentioned, okay? Okay. Of course, as you noticed that we use too many before plural countable nouns. There are too many cars in the street, too many cars, too many books, too many boys, too many people. Before plural countable nouns, okay? Because we are talking about a large quantity, as I told you, I can't say too many books, just one book, and I say too many, it's wrong, of course, okay? You have here also more examples to illustrate this, and here we have the difference between too many and too much. Let's stop here and talk more about too much. Of course, too much is used with an uncountable noun, okay? Or too much water, too much sugar, too much sand, too much anything that is uncountable, okay? There is no plural in the uncountable nouns, so we use too much with singular uncountable nouns, okay? Also, too much means the quantity, not the number, because too many deals with numbers, but too much deals with quantities, okay? So, too much sugar in the cup or in the tea means a large quantity, more than I want, okay? Not enough is the opposite, means I need more, not I have more. It's the opposite in meaning of too much and too many. You got now the difference between the three ones? Okay, we have here some examples. Okay, the first example says we haven't got enough food. Means that we need more food, okay? We haven't got enough food. One important note that please I want you to notice it is I say we use not enough. Put not with the verb and enough before the noun, okay? You got it now? I say I don't have enough food, okay? I don't have enough food. So we put not with don't. Don't say I don't or I do or I have not enough. No. Okay? Put not with the verb and enough before the noun. Okay? And of course, enough comes with countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Do you remember like what from the last session? Yeah, it's typically equal to the. That comes with countable, uncountable. Enough comes with countable and uncountable. I don't have enough water, I don't have enough books. It comes with both of them, okay? More examples you have on the screen. I'm just leaving you to read them as you can. And let's move on to the next point, which is I've just mentioned that we put not with the verb and enough before the noun. One important note here that I want you to notice that enough is used before plural countable nouns as well. I can't say I don't have enough book, just one book, and you are saying not enough. No. I don't have enough books. Okay, plural countable nouns. And of course, for uncountable nouns, they are always singular. So I'm not going to mention the issue of plural or singular here. You got it? Okay, so what? I think it's time to play. Let's have a rest and a break. Go to play, pause the video, don't forget this. Check the link below or scan the code, play and come back quickly. I'm just waiting for you here.
ولأن شرب المية بيساعد على التركيز دوس بوز وروح اشرب مية وتعال بسرعة ما تتأخرش.
Hey everyone, I saw some giant cats going to play and now I'm seeing Tom is welcoming some small rats. What happened there? Are you happy? Why are you happy like Adil Imam is saying? Why are you happy now? Okay, by the way, you were great and you are now great and super students. You achieved the highest scores ever, okay? So please be ready for the next point. And here we have the difference in meaning between too much, too many, and a lot of. What's the difference in meaning? All of them means something more than we need or exceeds our need. So you're going to tell me, Miss Nihal, there's no difference in meaning between them. Actually, they can be interchangeable in meaning. They can be like this, but there is a few points that separate them in meaning, or that makes a lot of distinct or special in meaning, more than many and much. Let's see this in detail. Just look at this table that illustrates the difference. We have here many, much, and a lot of. And of course, when I say many or too many, much or too much, they are all the same, okay? We have here the affirmative sentences. So when we say, I have a lot of money, it's an affirmative sentence. I can say it also, I have lots of money, but it's not that common to say I have much money. In the affirmative sentence, it's more common to say a lot of or lots of. For example, I have, this is regarding the uncountable nouns. Let's see examples related to the countable nouns. I have lots of friends. I have a lot of friends. But if I say I have many friends, it's so formal that we can't use it in the everyday English language for life, okay? It's correct, it's not wrong, but it's not common. This is the great difference in meaning that I want you to pick it out, okay? What about the negative? It's much easier to say, I don't have enough time, I don't have much time, but it's somehow weird to say, I don't have a lot of time, because in the negative form, many and much are more common than a lot of or lots of. You got the meaning now? I don't have many friends, but it's not common to say I don't have a lot of friends. You got the meaning now? Okay, let's move on to the interrogative form. The interrogative form also concerns with many and much. So it's somehow strange to use a lot of with the question form. So to sum this all up, in the affirmative form, we use a lot of or lots of. But of course, lots of and a lot of preceded or comes after them what? Plural. Yeah, great. Plural, countable or uncountable, okay? And in the negative and the question form, the more common words are many, much, too much. You got the meaning now? Okay. Here are the rules that explains what I've just said in detail, but let's pick up some things that I don't mention. Let's see together. I see here a note that says we omit of if the noun is not mentioned. For example, do you have many friends? Yes, a lot. You can say a lot of because you are not mentioning the word friends. You see the meaning now? Okay. All these slides discusses the rules that I've just mentioned in detail, okay? So you just have them as a reference for you to play the video whenever and wherever you want, as you like, just to revise them, okay? Okay, dearest students, here we have a form of question. We use how many or how much. It's the same in meaning, don't get worried, okay? But for example, when we are asking about the number, we say how many books do you have in your bag? When we are asking about quantity, how much sugar do you have in your tea? Just put how before the question word or before many or much, and it's used as a question word, okay? I know that you know this. Okay, here is also another table to sum up the difference in meaning, but here we have a kind of practice. I want you to work it with me, so let's work together. Let's work this together. Ask and answer. How many cheese have you got? How many? No. What's Miss Nihal saying? How many? No. How much? Great, super students, you're super attentive. Yeah, great. As you can see on the screen, it's written how much cheese have you got? Cheese is an uncountable noun, so we never ever say how many with cheese. How much cheese have you got? If you have a large quantity, so you say too much. And if you have small quantity, you say not much, okay? Also, you can say a lot, okay? You got the meaning now? Another example here, ask and answer. How many or how much apples? Okay, how many apples have you got? A lot or not many? Okay, not many, not much. Because you've heard what in the question. One simple way to get the answer. How many or how much? How many? So not many. Okay? It's much simpler. Now try to work this by yourself. Do it yourself, please. Think it over. No, why? Why are you saying like such man? Why is Shak? Why? You're super attentive with me. Yeah, great. Yeah, the answer is gonna be, as you can see here, many, a lot. Great, a very big clap for yourselves. But watch out the screen. High five. Okay, dearest students. Let's move on to another example. Okay, how? Can you work this out? Time for answers. Yeah, the answer here is many. Not many. I think it's not many. I think. Okay. How water did you drink? Yeah, much. How much? And this quantity, you may see it, it's a big quantity, but in fact, it's not a big quantity. So the answers are going to be much, not much. Please, dearest students, don't forget to drink as much water as you can. Please, please, please. One golden advice to drink as much water as you can. Please, okay? Okay, can you see this? Can you see this quantity of coffee? So, the answer is going to be what? Can you read the question, please? Ask and answer. Time for answers. The question is going to be how much coffee? And the answer is a lot, because I see it a large quantity of coffee. And please, no, never do this. Also, one golden advice here, never do this. Too much coffee is too dangerous. Listen from me, please, okay? Don't do that. Okay, here we're gonna move to the next part of our grammar session for today, which is the future simple tense. The future. When I say the word future, do I mean something that happened already and finished? Of course, no. Something is happening right now? Of course, no. So what? Something is going to happen. Yeah, great. It hasn't happened yet. So the future means the next or upcoming time. The future simple tense, okay? The future simple tense is expressed by two ways. Actually, there are more than two ways to express it, but here in our session today, we're going to use two forms to express the simple future tense. Okay, let's see what are the general keywords for the future simple tense. We have here the word tomorrow that expresses that something is going to happen. Next anything, next year, next month, next week, next Friday, next anything. Of course, the word in the future, when I grow up, in incoming date, for example, in 2050, it hasn't come yet, so it's an incoming period of time. We express it using the future simple tense, okay? Here we have three sentences that we can get from them the usage or the great usage or difference in meaning between the future simple tense form, okay? We have here the first sentence. I'm going to travel to the beach. I'm going to travel to the beach. Can you see? This gives the meaning of what? Can you tell me? This sentence gives the meaning of what? Yeah, great. It's a plan. Yeah, great. Then the next one. I'll have fun at the beach. I'll have fun at the beach. It gives the meaning of prediction. Great. So the first one is a plan and the next one is a prediction. Yeah, great. The last one. I'll have a Diet Coke, please. This is what? This is a decision. So now here we have three important words. Plan, decision, and prediction. Let's see the difference between these words when we are talking in a simple future tense. So we're going to use will or going to, what with what. Let's see together. First of all, we're going to discuss the will form. Of course, when we mention the helping verb will, we put after it the infinitive or the base form of the verb. So in the affirmative form, we use will plus infinitive. Let's see this example together. I will travel to Madrid in October. I will travel to Madrid in October. I will travel. Don't say I will travels, I will traveling, I will traveled. No, will plus infinitive. For the negative form, let's read the example together. I will not travel. Will not can be replaced by want, as you can see in the example. For the question form, we say, will you travel by bus? We start the question using will. Will you travel by bus? This is the question or the interrogative form. So we have the affirmative form using will plus infinitive, the negative form want plus infinitive, the interrogative form will at the very beginning, then the subject, then the infinitive, and don't forget to put question mark by the end of the question. You have here another examples that you can have in the pink color. You can read them as much as you can for more illustration and explanation, but let's move to another point together. Okay, the uses of will. When do we use will? We know the form. We now know the form, will plus infinitive. But what about the uses? First of all, will is used for instant decisions. Instant decisions means quick decisions. For example, the telephone is ringing. Am I going to plan to reply the call? No, of course. It's a quick decision. I will reply the call. So this is called a quick decision or instant decision. The decisions that are formed or made around the moment of speaking, okay? One more example to illustrate this. Let's see. I'll see you on Friday. I'll see you. My money was lost. I look for them or look for it, okay? These are all quick decisions. Here also another example. I left the door open. I'll close it right now. I left the door open. I'll close it right now. Another one. In the restaurant, the waiter is coming and asking you, what would you like to drink? I'll have a cup of coffee, please. I'm not going to make plans and decisions. It's just a quick decision, not a planned decision, okay? The next example. Did you call Sue? No, I forgot it. Okay, I'll call her. A quick decision. Quick decision or instant decision, okay? Yeah, great. What's next? Here we have the second usage, which is predictions based on what we think. Thoughts, dreams, hope, suppose something, okay? So all of these are keywords for using will. Suppose, dream, hope, think, wish, expect. All of these are keywords to use will, okay? So the predictions based on what you think. Here is one example to illustrate the meaning. Let's see it together. It will rain in the evening. I think it will rain in the evening. I've just imagining this. I've just decided this based on my thoughts, okay? The third one is promises and offers. Promises and offers. And almost this form is starting with don't worry. Don't worry, I'll go and buy some food for you. Don't worry, if you don't have money, don't worry, I will lend you some money. I'll give you my jacket because you're cold right now. So these are all offers and promises. Mommy, I promise you I will get the full mark. This is the most common promise that we are all saying. Okay, so when you give promise, use will. Don't say I'm going to get, no. This is not the right form for promises. You see this? Okay, let's see more examples. You will be rich. Don't worry, I will help you with your homework. These are more examples to make the meaning clearer. Okay. Also here are personal opinions. Personal opinions, as I told you. I think, I see, I suppose, I expect. All of these are personal opinions, not based on a certain evidence, okay? For example, here we have, I'm a little hungry. I think I'll have a sandwich. This is one example that based on personal opinion. I don't think I'll go out tonight. It's too cold. Okay? Okay. Also, will is used to express voluntary work. When you do something voluntarily, what's mean by this word? As I told you, a quick decision, a kind of help, an offer to help or to do something, okay? For example, I'll get a cup of coffee, I'll get a cup of tea for you. And you have here one example that illustrates this. Let's move on to the next form, which is going to. Going to is another form for the future simple tense, okay? Going to is the other form. But what or when do we use going to for? Of course, let's talk about the form. Going to is preceded by the verb to be. So we say am or is or are plus going to plus infinitive. This is the base form or the main form of the rule. In the negative, we say I'm not, isn't, aren't, going to plus infinitive. And in the question, we alter. Is he, is she, are you, are they, okay? Plus going to plus infinitive, and don't forget to put the question mark at the end of any question. Some examples here to focus more on the form, not the uses. Let's see together. I'm going to travel by plane. I'm going to travel by plane. Are you going to travel by plane? And in the negative form, let's read it together. I'm not going to travel by plane because I'm going to fly in a hot air balloon, okay? I'm not going, are you going, I'm going to, plus infinitive, of course. Also, the pink part is another example that you can read as much as you can. Let's move on to the uses of going to. The first and most important use here is plans and intentions. When you intend, you decide to do something. Listen carefully. Plan, intend, decide. These are the most important keywords that whenever you hear them, you must use going to and not will. Plan, decide, intend, arrange, organize, everything that based on planning, arrangements, okay? For example, I'm going to buy a new laptop computer next week, okay? I'm going to study German at school. This is a plan as well. Intentions and plans, more and more. Let's see more examples. This summer, we are going to travel to England by car. This summer, we are going to travel to England by car. This is a plan, an arrangement with the family. As I told you, I'm going to means something I've decided to do. I'm going to means I've decided to do something. For example here, today I'm going to drive my new motorcycle. I'm going to drive today. He has decided or she has decided to do something. Let's complete. Then I'm going to phone my best friend. All of these are plans. Finally, I'm going to read my favorite novel. Okay? All of these are plans, decisions, intentions, arrangements. Okay, you got the difference between will, the quick decisions, and the planned or arranged decisions with going to. The third usage of going to is predictions based on a certain evidence, on something that we actually or already see right now. For example, it's getting dark and cloudy, it's going to rain. It's totally different from the one we have from a while. I think it will rain this evening. No. We have here the evidence of the black clouds, the foggy weather, the darkness in the sky. So all of these are evidences that it's going to rain, okay? Okay, one important note here, dearest students, look at this. If the prediction is based on something general, something related to the future already, but it's somehow general, something related to year 22, for example, you have the option or the choice to choose one of them. Either will or going to, both are right, okay? For example, here in this, the year 2022 is going to be interesting, or the year 2022 will be interesting, okay? Both are right because it's a general prediction. No one knows what will happen at this time, okay? Why? Why don't you understand? Why? Calm down, please, calm down. You have here another explanation again and again. We're going to repeat, and I'm not going to explain it using my voice. You have one advantage for Nowschool Academy, you know it, okay? You can play the video whenever you want and wherever you want. You just replay the video, go through the slides and the information to understand, but please calm down and you got everything correctly, inshallah. Okay, dearest students, I paused for a second for you to read the slide carefully, but if you don't like this, as I told you, just pause the video or stop it and repeat it from the beginning. You have this freedom, okay? Also, it's time for practice. Do you understand now? Are you ready to practice? Okay, but this is not a kind of interactive exercise. It's just a kind of written exercise, okay? So here we have a certain situation, and let's decide whether to use will or going to. So please help me to read this. I want to hear your voice. Yeah, great. Okay, let's read together because, of course, I'm not hearing anything. Okay, the situation here says, you're thirsty, aren't you? I get a glass of water. I get you a glass of water. So this is the situation. What about correcting the verb itself? Are we going to say, I'm going to get, or I'll get? Think it over. Yeah, great. Time for answers. Yeah, I'll get, because this is what? A quick decision. It's not a planned one. It's something that resulted in the same moment of speaking, okay? Situation 2, let's work it together. Oh no, he really painted the room this color? What's this? I'm seeing something. There is an evidence. I'm just talking based on something that I've already seen in front of me. So, he is going to paint. Super students, the answer is going to be, he is going to paint. Great, he will paint, okay? The most correct one is going to. Great, super students. Clap your hands for yourselves. Also, it's a decision, as I told you, decision. Okay, dearest students, you have here one more exercise and you have the answers of it. Just think it over, work it with yourself, do it yourself, and check your answers. I know that you are going to achieve the best results. Just write down the correction or the score of you down in the comments. I'm just waiting for this. So what are we going to do? Yeah, I know that you need to play. You want an interactive game. Just pause the video, scan the code, go and play this game and return back so soon. I'm just waiting for you here.
بنفكرك لو في أي جزئية مش فاهمها اكتبها عندك في النوتس عشان تسأل عنها الأستاذ في الحصة اللايف.
Hey everyone, hello. Super students, A+, excellent. Clap your hands for yourselves. You were excellent, more than excellent. What? Listen, someone of you is saying something. What's he saying? معركة? What's معركة? Why? You're fighting and I don't know? Okay, Khaled Stawi is telling you معلش. Okay. As you are a fighter and you are in معركة, so you can do this extra quiz. Go and do it and return back to me with your results, dearest students. Heroes and fighters. Hey, high five. Watch out the screen as I told you. Okay. Superheroes. I know that you are superheroes and more than excellent ones. Okay, let's sum up now. What we have taken throughout the whole session, we talked about too much, too many, a lot of, not enough, countable nouns, uncountable nouns. We talked about the difference in meanings between them and the usages of all of them. Also, we talked about the future simple tense with will plus infinitive and going to, the different forms and the difference in meanings between them also. Let's move on to the value, the valuable part of the session. the value or the moral value or the ethical value of today, because I'm talking about the difference in promise, whether something is certain or not certain, based on an evidence or not based on an evidence. So I'm just going to talk about وعد الله. Every promise may be true or false, may be certain or not certain, except وعد الله. وعد الله دائما حق. وعد الله دائما آت. وعد الله is certain and sure all the time. Okay? We have here a wise saying that says فاصبر إن وعد الله حق. And we have here a Quranic verse that says أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى صدق الله العظيم. So here our Allah's promise is not just to give you. He's not going just to يعطيك فقط. No, He promised you with the blessing or نعمة الرضا. Okay, so ربنا وعدنا بالعطاء، ربنا وعدنا بالرضا. Okay, ربنا أعطانا نعمة الرضا، فده وعد من الله. So always وعد Allah is true and certain. Here we are going all the way through to use what? Going to. Okay, great, super students. For the homework, time for homework. Please check out the attached files to know what's your homework for this session. Do it. Promise me to do it. And I'm going to follow it in the Zoom session, inshallah. For the next time, you should be prepared with such words. Okay, just be prepared and look up these words, please, dearest students. We have here the word memory, brain, improve, and give up. But please don't give up, okay? It's just a word that you are going to look up its meaning and tell me what do you get, okay? The results that you get from the meaning of it. Okay, for here we come to the end of this session. Hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed my time so much with you. Till we meet again next session. Goodbye.
نتمنى من كل قلبنا الحصة تكون عجبتك، وبنقول لك ما تنساش تحل الكويز اللي في المصادر، وكمان تقيم الحصة تحت في التعليقات. منتظرينك في اللايف في حفظ الله.